Hi, chat. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Hold on. I realized I need to do some things. I need to pin that. Wow, my voice. And then I need to do that. There we go. Now we're ready. I hadn't done that yet. Let me actually scroll to see who got first crew. You guys were fast today. Thomas, Hopeful Weirdo, Felipe, Katie, and Jane. Congratulations for snatching one of the first five. And also, you 105. Wild. Wild. It just blows my mind that there's so many people with 100+ streak. That's just mind boggling. Mind boggling. That was a very interesting remix. Let me say hello. Philippa, welcome in. Thomas, welcome in. Hopeful Weirdo, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Sarnell, welcome in. Yule, welcome in. Tia, welcome in. Naomi, welcome in. Noisy, welcome in. Tanisha, welcome in. Bloomstead, welcome in. It's so confusing when you're trying to talk and you hear yourself. Anna, thank you so, so much for the 14-month resub. That's such a long time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending you all the best vibes. I'm sorry to hear that your day's been meh and that your mood has been up and down. I hope that the cozy vibes here can help. But thank you so much. And please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. And thank you for subscribing in advance as well. That is wildly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on, music is a bit loud for me. That also doesn't help me think. But thank you so, so much. I appreciate that a ton. Little Chubby, welcome in. Light, welcome in. Carolina, welcome in. Fire Cutes, welcome in. Cuckoo, welcome in. Social Sides Nerd, welcome in. Nora, welcome in. Zuri, welcome in. Fire Cutes, thank you so much for the 5 stream streak. Let's go. Mark, welcome in. Lindsay, welcome in. Jess, welcome in. Alma, welcome in. Amari, welcome in. Yul, thank you so much for the 105 stream streak. Wild. Jess, thank you so much for the 15 stream streak. Let's go. Emma, welcome in. Noisy, thank you so much for the 40 stream streak. Sananor, welcome in. Courier, welcome in. Anna, thank you so much again for that resub. And Molly, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Let's go. How are you guys doing? How was everyone's weekend? What did you guys do? Did you guys do anything fun? Did you do anything special? Anything exciting? Maybe you accomplished a goal. Maybe you rested, which is also you. Maybe you were very sexy this weekend and you self-cared. Also, Dudu, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's nice to have you. Oh my god, that's so exciting, Amari. Let's go. What did you do? Did you play games? Did you do something else? Ooh, game night with friends. Oh, that always sounds really good. I love that. The Pokemon card show, yes, I remember. That is such a good way to spend your weekend as well, though. Honestly, I love that for you. Got home from a pretty long walk. Nice. Good long walks are good. Especially, I don't know how the weather was for you today, but the weather here was really good. I'm actually kind of sad I didn't get to go outside. It was sunny all day. It was so nice. So yeah, I'm a little jelly that you got to do a long walk. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, oh no, Jess. Ugh, we hate that. We hate that time of the month. I hope that you can relax a little bit. Maybe have a hot water bottle or something. Ooh, the hot tea challenge. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. But like, a legacy challenge, a good legacy challenge is always fun. I'm actually really excited to get back to the Not So Berry this weekend. I'm gonna update the family trees tomorrow, or the family tree. I mean, I've kept the pack legacy quite well up to date, but we haven't played with a Not So Berry in a while, so I'm gonna update the family tree. I'm gonna like prepare everything, and yeah, then we're gonna get back into some storytelling on Sunday. It's been a long time since I've done proper Sims gameplay on stream, so it's gonna be fun. Also, Sun Sims, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Um, I'm happy to hear that, Anna. I'm happy to hear that. And yeah, enjoy the good vibes and also be like kind to yourself. Sometimes it's just, you can have bad brain days and it's also okay to have those. Um just sending you lots of hugs. The Twister. Oh my god, that's a blast from the past. I don't think I've done that in a really long time either. I used to be really bad at Twister, so I used to avoid it. I think now I would enjoy it, but I'd probably be even worse at it. But that's really fun. I love returning back to like, I don't know, games of my childhood, you know? Hi, Nymphlora. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. And Sage, thank you so much for the 10-month resub. What the heck? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Um, I appreciate that so, so much. And also, yes, I am feeling a lot better. I'm still pretty tired. Um, I don't know. Even though I've rested a lot and I've slept a lot, I'm just tired, which is weird. Like there's no very specific reason. Because I've actually, like I said, slept enough, rested. I haven't been extremely busy in the past 2 weeks or something. So I don't know, but it might just be someone earlier in chat said allergies, and I realized maybe that is actually the case. I do have hay fever and I do have early season hay fever, so maybe because the weather is getting better, I'm having just like, I don't know, sort of a simmering cold that isn't really pushing through, but I know. Oh my god, the town to city terrain update. I screamed when I saw it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to play with that. I am wondering if one, you'll be able to edit existing worlds. Like, if you're playing through the storyline, not sandbox, but like general, if you can adjust those. And if you'll be able to adjust worlds that you're already playing in. Because obviously I'm currently working on like playing through a quote unquote completion save. Like I want to try to at least unlock everything and have all the towns at the max level. And I kind of want to play through that one first before I start any sandbox modes or anything. So I'm really curious how that update's going to influence your existing playthroughs. Also, hi Irene, it's really good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Also, you guys talking about Bridgerton, I still have to watch season 3, so I'm not even ready for season 4 yet, but I've been working to avoid spoilers. My goodness, social media is like filled with Bridgerton everywhere. But I remember I had the same when season 3 came out, and it's like mostly the first 2-3 weeks is really bad, and then it calms down and you can just safely scroll again. Also, Roberta, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Oh, the update is so good in Flora. You'll be able to manipulate terrain, like raise it and lower it so you can make your own terrain. And they're adding a feature of bridges. So you can actually have 2 peaks and have a bridge in between. So that is obviously 2 major changes as to how the game works, because right now you're very much stuck with the terrain that you get. And also if you have like a height difference, your town folk really cannot get up there unless there is a pathway. So both of those are obviously pretty big features. So I'm really curious to see. And they're adding a bunch of new decor, a bunch of new like playground equipment and stuff, just like city decor, like a functional swing set. You know that right now we have like a little hopscotch and a slide and stuff for kids, but then you can actually add more to the playground. So I'm very excited about all of those. Hold on. Also, Chris, welcome in, and Peace, welcome in. It's really good to see both of you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Not opening Insta, no, but that's fair. Like I'm opening Insta, but as soon as anything shows remotely Bridges, and I'm like scrolling. It's really hard to avoid the spoilers at this point. Also, thank you so much for doing the pronoun check. My pronouns are she, her. Feel free to post your pronouns or preferred nickname or both in chat. And also, if I ever use the wrong pronouns for you, please feel free to correct me at any time. And we do use the pronoun extension, which is a completely free browser extension that you can set up both in your own browser, so that you can like see other people's pronouns, or you can just log in with your Twitch account, set up your pronouns, and then they will appear next to your name in chat. Also, do you prefer to go by Prince? Because I always say Amari, but I can always go. I can totally change that. Feel free to just let me know. Hold on, let me scroll. Also, hi Chris, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Thank you so much for the 105 stream streak. Absolutely wilding. Absolutely wilding. There's, like I just said, so many people. Prince is also fine. Okay, then I'll stick with what I've been saying. But if there's ever a point where you want to change, please feel free to let me know. I always prefer it when, like, if I can stick with a nickname that is part of someone's username, because it makes a little bit easier for me to remember. But if it's part of your username, then, like, if there's like a specific part you want me to focus on, then just let me know. Yeah, it's really nice, Alma. It's really nice. It's such an easy way, especially if there's like, if you're in a bigger community or a busier chat. I mean, I'm also just one person, but just like anyone in chat, like there's a bunch of people in chat also responding to each other. Sometimes it's just nice to know what kind of pronouns someone feels comfortable with. And that also means that if you ever change it, you can just update it in the extension, and then it will update here as well. That goes for anyone, by the way, even if you don't use the extension, but there comes a day where you decide to, you know, that you're like exploring things and you want to change your pronouns, just let me know. Aw, thank you. That's really sweet of you to say, Amari. Also, Nuts, welcome in. It's good to see you. And Bryn, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. And Selena, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're all doing amazing. I hope you all had a really good weekend. Oh, I finished my book on Friday. I'm not going to give any spoilers, of course, because I know that a lot of you guys have talked about wanting to read Mistborn. I'm actually pleased to say that there was a plot twist that I didn't see coming. That, like, usually when I'm reading fantasy or just in general when I'm reading, it's like there's sometimes like small unexpected changes, but not like major plot twists that I totally didn't see coming. This one did not see coming. I was eating up that second book. I was like, what? What? There was actually two plot twists that are kind of intertwined that I both did not see coming. And it makes me very excited to read the next book. Oh yeah, of course. I can totally go with Hope. I never minded saying your entire username, but something shorter is always easier. It means there is a less chance that I fuck it up, you know? No, Nymphliar. The honey farm that we're building tonight is actually going to be fully automated. So I'm going to use some redstone bits and bobs to actually make something where we just collect the honey and we don't actually have to do anything manual anymore. I did not read until 4 a.m. No, on Friday I read until like 12:30, and then I went to sleep because I was kind of tired. And then I finished it on Saturday morning. Let me tell you, that was hard. I had like 30 pages left, but I really genuinely couldn't keep my eyes open. Oh, I am reading Mistborn. It's a trilogy. Genre, I would say high fantasy, but pretty entry-level high fantasy. Written by Brandon Sanderson, who is amazing at world building and character building. Genuinely, I totally agree with why people are saying that he is one of the best fantasy writers of this time, because he is amazing. It is a very, very, very easy to read book, as in, not because the story is simple or whatever, but it's just you fly through it. It just captures you. It's very well written in the sense that you feel like you're actually part of the universe. And if you have questions, 9 out of 10 times they're answered relatively fast, but not everything is over explained, if that makes any sense. I like the characters. A lot of the characters are flawed, which I also think is something a lot of less experienced or not as good writers do. They write like really perfect characters. These characters are all flawed. They all have issues, but that kind of makes them very real, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm loving it. The books are a bit on the bigger side. I don't know. It depends obviously on your personal taste, but the first book I think has 600 pages, and the second two books have like 750 or something like that. Um, Sometimes I start a show, movie, book, and I think I know how it ends. Yeah, it's so nice to get surprised, right? Also, hold on, I feel like I have to sneeze again. Nope. It just doesn't. It's so annoying. Like, I even feel it in the back of my throat at this point. So I think it might be allergies, but not great. But yeah, I'm now on the third book of Mistborn, so I'm on the last one. And it's a weird thought that it's just going to be over. I don't think I've ever read a series as fast as I'm reading Mistborn right now. Like, I'm flying through the books. I started reading when I went to the States for TwitchCon last year, but I've only read like a couple of chapters, and then basically I didn't read for the entirety of November because of the fundraiser. And then I think I picked it back up around Christmas, and I'm now already on the third book. It's like I'm flying through. Um yeah, Hollywood it very often has very predictable plots. But I like it when, like, sometimes I don't mind that either. You know, sometimes I just want to watch something or consume media that is predictable, because then I can just sit there and kind of let my brain wander, and then I already know where it's going to go. But sometimes I want to be surprised. Sometimes I kind of like, I don't want to already know where a story is going. This is something that I actually also have if I read a lot from the same author. I start to notice their telltales of what's going to happen. So for example, I have read every single Dan Brown book, right? Apart from the newest one. I have it on my shelf. I'm gonna read that after Mistborn. But I have read every single Dan Brown book because I really enjoy his writing style and I feel like it's always nice. But at this point, because I've read so many of his books, I started recognizing certain patterns that he uses to allude at something. So with the last book that he wrote, which is called Origins, when I was reading that, like halfway through the book, there was one little sentence. It was literally 4 words. And at the time, I was with my best friend on Aruba, and I said to her, "I know how this book's gonna end." And she was like, "How do you all?" It's like halfway through the book. How do you know? I was like, "I tell you." I was like, "I'm gonna lock it in with you now." I said, "This is gonna be the end of the book. This is gonna be the plot twist." And then at the end of the book, I was right. I still very much enjoyed the process of getting to that plot twist. Like, I liked the storytelling. But based on those 4 words, I exactly knew, because the whole point is that he puts that idea in your brain. It's like he's planting a little seed. And then at the end of the book, you're going to go like, oh, wow. But the thing is, if you've done that enough times, consistently enough in the same style, about the same point in a book, it's going to become clear. So for everyone, if you ever want to read Dan Brown, don't read too many in the same go, because eventually they become predictable. Um oh yeah. That is true, Nymphiora. I agree. I absolutely agree. Sometimes characters also are like overdeveloped. There's like too much thought went into the character creation. Or even in the world. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I think we all recognize this from real life. Oh god. Brian, keep your pace. I love how Brian is just so inconsistent. Abu, thank you so much for the 34-month resub. What the heck? I appreciate it. That was a good beatbox. I like that. Well, good. That was an entertaining beatbox. Let's put it like that. I don't think if it qualifies as good. But thank you so much for the 34 months. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Also, Mosaic, welcome in. Lunar, welcome in. Savannah, welcome in. Vera's, welcome in. Molly, welcome in. Selena, thank you so much for the 7 stream streak as well. I appreciate that lots and lots and lots. But we were just talking about books. I was just about to say how in books, sometimes the world feels overdeveloped. Like just like in real life, some things just don't make sense. Sometimes something happens or something is the way it is and it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like if you're reading a book where everything is set up to make sense or have a reason, or then it almost becomes eerily over explained. I feel like some things in world building just they just don't make sense, and that's okay. Like they just exist because they exist. There is no specific explanation. There is no history. Something just happened, and that's all the explanation that you're going to get, because I feel like that makes it real, because again, that makes it flawed, right? If everything is perfectly explained or perfectly thought out, and the same goes with characters, if they have so many layers that every single thing they do, everything they say, every step they take, every action is like too over explained, as in like everything has to have a reason, then I'm like, no. Because that doesn't make, like, humans sometimes do stupid things for no good reason. Building things, but the thingy for drying laundry from oh, you mean like the laundry tower thing? I think I have the same, and I remember hating building that one too. I literally have had it for a couple of years. I completely forgot about that. The moment you said it, I'm like, I remember building that and absolutely hating it. It's a nightmare to build, even though it's like not many complicated steps, but it's just no. I also finished a romance book that actually revolves around Twitch. Oh my god. We live in a day and age where people have written books that revolve around Twitch. Wow. Sorry. That mind is blown. Also, hi, Amber. Hello, hello, my queen. How are you doing? I hope you're doing so, so good. Minecraft. Yes, I'm very excited. I played so much Minecraft over the weekend. My entire Sunday, I played Minecraft. I'm going to show you guys the progress. I'm low-key pretty proud of what I made. I redstoned. I mean, it was a repetition of redstone I'd done before, but I redstoned again. And we're going to redstone again today. I prepped all the materials. Again, simple redstone, but I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. My ass right now, because I'm so happy to see you building an auto honey farm. We will be following a tutorial. I found a tutorial, but the thing is, I think if I build it once, I'll be able to do it again later, because I did that now with the sheep farm. I actually built the entire automated wool farm over the weekend without a tutorial. I built it from the top of my head. The author streams on Twitch and actually put the game that the book revolves around. Wait, that's really cool. Also, totally did not read that as an ad, by the way. I love that. That's amazing. That's like, what a creative way to go about your whole writing and creative process. How you call them, farms? Abu, that's just a Minecraft community thing. Everyone calls them farms. That's not just me. I just adapted that language. Adopted, not adapted. Adopt. I always mix those two up. You have a tomato. Oh, tomato close. I was like, you have a tomato with a D. What? You love it, but whomever decided to put the red stopper thingy on it should actually should be ritually shot. I don't know, but I feel like okay. So now that we're talking on this very specific topic of laundry products, I was looking for a clothes line that you can like hang over the railing of your stairs. Because I mean, you guys have probably seen me walk around my house sometimes on stream, but like I have stairs in my house, and it's a really great way or really great place to hang clothes, right? Because if you hang them all the way at the top, they won't bother you if you're walking on the stairs. You know what is so stupid? Finding one that fits on the railing. No one had the brilliant thought of making one of those laundry things that are adjustable. Well, eventually I found one because eventually IKEA ended up making one. I guess because people were asking for it. But those are made of plastic, so they're sturdy, but they will break at one point because they're made of plastic. Anyways, sorry. Laundry products, I have never ever. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. We should do a crafting day at your place. Although I wonder how much crafting will get done when we try to yap at the same time. And how does that make you feel? Thomas, are you trying to piss off Abu? Are you trying? What kind of rage bait is this? German authors are on another level because the book market is so broken here. Everyone wants sprayed edges and extra stuff. But this one in particular, I actually love. No, I can totally see that. I feel like this is not your ordinary, let's make this a fancy book, right? This is really someone who cares for the community and the craft of not just writing, but also the extended community on Twitch and gaming. Also, hello, Ellen. Sorry, you cannot do done one in the middle of a sentence. Then the bot doesn't recognize it, and also the bot is paused. So if you wanna mark your task as done, you can actually do it in Discord. You can still do it. You can still get that dopamine boost from checking off your task. Speaking is difficult apparently, but hi, it is good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. The drama and the yapping. Oh God. Is it that bad? I will time him out. You have those powers here, Abu. That's true. You have those powers. Also, you know what I noticed earlier, by the way, when I during co-working stream towards the end, I had Minecraft open and my FPS was really bad. Even though it's fine when I'm not streaming, and I don't understand why. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's Voxy. So I turned Voxy off. It wasn't Voxy. So I think it's maybe the shaders that I'm using, but the shaders I'm using are needed for Voxy to work. So, but like my FPS literally goes to 32. Also, Dame, hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, wait, is it? Hold on. Yeah, it is. That's because it's lip gloss. It spreads. Also, I have a little bit of I think it's hay fever season. I noticed that I have a little bit of allergy here as well. What is Voxy? It allows you to render the horizons. I know that sounds very vague, but when we go into game, you'll see it and you're going to be like, "Oh. Oh." I checked the co-working stream to check if it might be something else that you had for the rest of the day as well. That's actually really cute. What the heck? No, I think it was, in this case, it's my lip gloss, but also I have allergies. Like hay fever is definitely starting. But yeah, we're going to have to see how it's going to go FPS wise. I just don't understand why it would be lagging. Or why it's dropping frames. I mean, it's only dropping frames when I'm streaming, so it's probably related to that, but I wouldn't know. Yes, exactly, Nymphleora. Exactly. That's the best way to you just found a way to explain it way better than I did. I was like, I can show you in game, that's probably easiest. But no, that's exactly what it does. So in my little starter house now, you have a beautiful backdrop, and with Voxy on, you can actually see it. And it was working fine. And that is the thing that's apparently not impacting my FPS. It's It's mostly the shader, which is weird. But we're just gonna experience it. Also to make a decision. Thank you. I'm gonna start up my game because the ads are done. And then I can show you. I'm very excited. Also, there is one big downside to using Voxy, and you guys will see that in a second. It's a little bit of an eyesore. I've created an eyesore, which you couldn't see without Voxy, but with Voxy, it's yeah, a visible eyesore. Yeah, Jane, it allows you to render the horizons. So we have views now. We have views in my world. Like beautiful. Also, thank you for the tip, Seedska. It doesn't happen when I'm not streaming, so I'm pretty sure it's streaming that causes it. The weird thing is though, my graphics card is way overpowered for what I'm actually doing, so it shouldn't be dropping frames. Also, hold on. I just realized the game is still muted for you guys, I think. And then I also need to make sure that you can actually see it. Would be helpful. There we go. Okay. So let's actually I don't know how bad it's gonna be. But you know okay, we're just gonna I'm just gonna walk. The rain isn't really helping. But look. Hold on, what time is it? Can I sleep? No. I was like, it seems like it's nighttime. Maybe I can sleep the rain away. Well, look, there's mountains in the back and stuff. But there's not just mountains. Those barns are gorgeous. Oh, wait until you see what's inside. Then I wonder if you still say that. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys the view. I mean, you can see the view back there even. Although, again, the view back there right now isn't very impressive. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait just for a second until we can sleep, and then once we sleep, I'm gonna show you guys. Because the view is worth it. Yeah, of course the inside is cursed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, but it's functionally cursed. They are horror barns. I love how Apu's never gonna let this go. Also, oh my god, guys, I have a tea. It is mint and chocolate flavored. It's literally after 8 in a cup. I don't think you guys realize how happy I am that I have this tea. Like, it's brand. It's from Nordqvist. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's a Finnish brand. It is Moomin tea. Also, hi Simile, welcome in. It's good to see you. Ooh, we can sleep. I got the tea, yeah. Not just a little, I got a lot of tea. But this is definitely the best one. Oh, guys. Oh, it was good that we waited. The rain is going. Look at this. Don't tell me it wasn't worth it to install Voxy. Look at this. See, that's what I mean. Without Voxy, you would see the house and just avoid. Also, Insane Cookies, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Does it taste like marshmallows? A little bit. A teeny tiny bit. That's just because it's sweet. With the cherry blossom, right? Isn't it pretty? Also, thank you for those follows. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, let me show you the eyesore. Swedish brand? Oh, I got the one that I ordered was only available on the Finnish website, and I don't know if it was called Arvid Nordquist. That was how it was written, though. Also, Iviscus, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is nice to have you. The eyesore that I've created, because also look back there. Look at how far you can look. That is what happens when you haven't been somewhere. If you want to see a video about my mod pack, I recommend checking it out on my YouTube channel. There I walk you through all the mods that are actually included in the mod pack. Which, by the way, the mod pack still has Distant Horizons in it. I'm going to switch that out for Voxy, because Voxy is way better for performance. Yeah, we basically need to go on a quest to load everything. Because I traveled all the way back there so the train would be loaded. What do you think about my eyesore? Without Foxy, you cannot see it, okay? It's not supposed to be visible. That's my mob farm. But now you can always see it. It's literally always in the background. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's just, it is what it is. Love the tower of, what is that? Wait, you don't know what it is, Thomas? Need to build something pretty around it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So I don't necessarily want to build something pretty around it for the main reason that this thing is literally 250 blocks tall. And you play Viva Pinata. Put it in the reminders. I will think about it. But I'll show you guys. You can turn... Okay, I don't think you guys are understanding how tall this is. Something larger in front of it. You want me to build something that is 250 blocks tall. That's gonna look hideous. Also, is it Psychobi? Welcome in. Thank you so much. I'm using the BSL shaders. Another mountain in the middle of the sea. No, actually, I cannot really build anything around it because the whole point as to why it was built out here is because it has the best mob spawn rate. Oh, it's Psycho. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. Oh my God, another thing I did. You guys are going to be so proud of me. I went to the Nether. I traveled through the Nether roof, or not really through the roof, but like close to the Nether roof. Amber taught me that. Amber stream with the Froglight Farm taught me that you can more safely travel there. I was very proud of myself. And I traveled all the way to a Soul Sand freaking Valley because I wanted to make a Bubble Vader here. Because getting up and down 250 blocks with a ladder was getting old. I did that for a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? We're no longer doing this. But you know how we've been on Bubble Vaders before? Let me show you how long we are in this Bubble Vader to get all the way back up. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of how tall this is. Also, look at that. Look at how cool that looks from up here. I love Foxy so much. You are normally not able to see this, okay? This is like loading the train like this is not. Even if you put your chunks at maximum load, which is just going to explode your computer, you are not supposed to be able to see this. Look at how cool this looks. Why did I hear a dying chicken? A chicken spawned in the mob farm. But yeah, this is my mob farm. This is where I get to kill mobs for resources and restoring my tools with XP. As you can see, it is very effective. If we ever get an elytra, I don't think we have to worry about gunpowder. The only thing that's not great is the drops of spiders here. But that's fine. I don't need that many spiders anyways. I get enough string to get by, so it's okay. They also have Nordqvist and oh, okay, so it's just like similar. But yeah, then I was already thinking I was pretty sure it was finished, but I was like, maybe I just misunderstood. Yeah, I mostly needed for bows to make dispensers. But I have enough for that, and sometimes for decoration, but it's fine. And then when I want to get down, this is the terrifying part. Oh my god, that's such a scary emote. Oh. That is so terrifying. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, as you can see, it is very pretty to have. Also, the frame rate now is perfectly fine, by the way. We have 75. I have no idea what happened earlier. When I loaded into my game, I was like, why is it not working? This is fine. Oh. I did not mean to press F4. I meant to press F3. Found the one infinite. Nice. Let's go. This one is like the little tin. There is only one that you can buy that is in a tin. That's the flavor that I have right now. Free dive in the water. I've done that a couple of times too, but I'm always afraid that I'm just gonna just fuck it up, you know? Better Minecraft. Ooh, nice. I love, like, mod packs are so convenient. Okay. So, you know this barn? Yes, but the thing is, all of them are called Moomin Tea because it's an entire line of Moomin Teas. But yeah. Wait, it's your first time playing Minecraft? Nice. Oh, that is so fun. I wish I could go back to the first time I was... Well, no, actually, I hated the first time I was playing Minecraft. I was really scared. But look. Isn't that nice? They all live in their little glass containers. They always get sheared right on time. And then you might be wondering, but Ro, where does that go? I'll free cam it for you in a second so you can properly see it, but I also made a bubble vader here. Do you like it? A little drop and then bubble vader. Look, that's our collection point. It comes into these two chests. These are overflow. And this is my wool storage for all the colors. And I'll show you in free cam what I've done. Look. It collects over here. So there is like a little mine cart that goes underneath all the sheep. And it collects all the wool and it drops it in this. And then these hopper lines will bring it over to these chests over here. So that way, I only have one collection point. This is where all my resources come in from both the barns. So this is also where we have the chimkin. Of course, called Steve's Lava Chicken because that's iconic at this point. And then we have all the resources here and all of the wool. And considering that I've already showed you all the cursed things, this is not cursed. This is completely normal. Also, hi Esther, it's good to see you. Are you already back from dinner? We're just making sure that the cows don't go hungry. Absolutely nothing to see here. Just making sure that the cows don't go hungry. Okay, I've actually had all of the cows here. What? There is no way you just said that. There is no way you just said that compared to my Minecraft streams, McDonald's is ethical. That is diabolical to say. But yeah, because we have ice cream at home. I love it. That is potentially the most Dutch thing ever. I mean, the early dinner time too, but the no dessert because we have ice cream at home that's the most Dutch thing ever. And you know what? I respect it. You commit to being Dutch. I should do that more often. Would probably be better for my wallet, you know. Whee! Oh, I keep picking up eggs. I don't mean that. You go in here because you're gonna die in the chickenificator. But yeah, these are my barns. They look pretty. Yeah, they are also very functional. And then what we're gonna do is today over here, I've prepared all the materials for an automated bee farm. I do think that I might have to quickly go and get some dirt because I think I might actually have to extend the land a little bit here and there. Because I don't know exactly, but this farm has a pretty big footprint, which is going to be painful when I have to put a building around it, but that's fine. It's going to be fine, right? And the bees are also going to have a lovely life. They are absolutely not going to live in a 1x1 glass box. Could not be me. I would never do that. They're gonna have flowers though, so they're gonna be happy. The bees won't even know. I was going here for dirt. Dirt's not in my bedroom. Or actually, let's just take grass because I already have so much of that. I'm just gonna take a little bit of extra so that if we need to do some terraforming, I will have the materials ready. Oh, I know, Thomas, but I don't want to. Also, Chris, thank you so much. It's true. That is so true. They are basically amethyst shards. Thank you so much for the biddies. Or thank you so much for the amethyst shards. What would you say are 3 important farms to build? Ooh, good question. Ash, you watch the Twitch. Welcome in. It's good to see you. What are 3 important farms to build? Do you mean automated farms or also manual ones? Yeah, I would say bone meal farm, unless you have a mob farm. Because I do not need a bone meal farm. But a bone meal farm is just really easy to set up. And you're always going to have access leaves or flowers or something like that. So anything that you can just basically recycle. Also, I'm going to move my tools here so that they're not actually in the way for where I'm going to build. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed the time. And of course, if you need to hop off again, then make sure to do that. But yeah, let me think. Also, I think I can take 1 chest here. Well, maybe. That was annoying. There we go. Then I can move the stuff. Yeah, if you play on peaceful, then bone meal is absolutely one of the most useful farms because then it's really hard to get bone meal otherwise. But bone meal farms aren't really fully automatic. They are mostly like you still have to do manual input, but then it gets turned into bone meal automatically. For automatic farms, that's a really good question, actually. I would say iron farm. I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner. Definitely iron farm. Simply because it saves you so much time. Iron is something that just it takes a lot of time to find all the iron you need because you need a lot of it. There's so many recipes in Minecraft that use iron. So setting up an iron farm early game, it's the first farm I built over here. It's in that building that you see back there. That one. That's my iron farm. I would say a stone one is nice, especially if you plan on using a lot of stone to build. But the moss farm. Yeah. And then it bone meals it, and then some goes into it. Yes, I actually build a farm like that on Girly Pop. I would say a moss farm that also generates bone meal is useful if you plan on playing in a world for a really long time. Do you do tutorials? No, because I follow them. I follow tutorials. I am nowhere near skilled enough to make them. Redstone is something that I very vaguely understand. Very vaguely. But if you you mean do you use tutorials? I do use them. Yes. I thought, do you make tutorials? I was like, no, but I do use them. Yes. I don't really have a to-go-to person, to be honest. The main reason is, thank you so much, Simon, for the 4-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. But what I was gonna say for I was going to say, oh yeah, the tutorials. So the thing is, quite often farms tend to break with different Minecraft versions. So I always search the farm that I want with the version number of the game, because then you'll just get an updated version. And very often creators that make one for one version do not necessarily update it immediately for the newest version. Yo, what the heck? Goku, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. That's wild. We got a hype train. We have hype train lights. Thank you so much. That is really, really kind. What the heck? Please, for everyone who just got gifted subs, enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month, courtesy of Cuckoo. That's incredibly generous. Thank you for kicking off that hype train. Also, Matthias, welcome in. It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heck? You know what is so fun? I can see the lights because they reflect on my white wall. I can see what color it is literally on the wall across me. That's how bright those lights are, IRL. But thank you so much. What the heck? Simon, thank you so much for the 10 gifted as well. That is above and beyond. Who's playing Minecraft behind me? Exactly. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I get to help you focus. Thank you so much for gifting out 10 subs. That is really kind. To everyone who just got gifted a sub, please enter all your subby perks for a whole month, courtesy of Simon. That is really, really sweet. What the heck? Even Seuss just came into the room. She saw the light. She was like, "Oh, I want to be part of that party." Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the freaking level 5 hype train. That's ridiculous. I have no idea, Matthias. I don't know where that joke's going, but oh my god. No way you just did that. Oh, that well, ironically enough, that is actually kind of a funny joke. Is it bad that I think that's funny? Probably. Okay. I'm gonna have to quickly look up the tutorial. It's a very short tutorial, so I'm not gonna put it on the screen. I'm just gonna talk you guys through what we're gonna do because I think that's easier. Also, Emma, thank you so much for saying thank you in chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. That's very sweet. No, she joined Nymphleora. She literally walked into the room as soon as the light started to blink. She was like, "This is my time. I am a rave kitty." Also, Noisy, thank you so much for the biddies as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A complete mess is a great username. I agree. Okay, hold on. I quickly have to just see the simple setup. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's fine. Blah blah blah. Yes, I already have that. Okay, so we start with that. I might actually do I want to do that? For the sake of look and feel, I might actually put the hoppers and the chests in the ground. What is most important, I need to see how many blocks I need to have behind it. Because like I said, this farm has a pretty big footprint due to the redstone that is needed for it. Also, hi Rivera, welcome in. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, she was over here and then she left and now she's come back. Also, Desi, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Hold on. I need to see the total footprint. Place 3 rows of solid blocks behind, then an additional slab, so that's 4. I think that is it though. I don't think it goes any further. Yeah, okay, so it's 4 blocks. Okay. I know what I have to do then. I might actually just grab... we are doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to hear that you're doing well as well. Love your texture packs. Thank you. This, I'm using the texture pack from Mizuno. Okay, so that's going to be the final block. That's going to be a slab, but that is absolutely horrendous for building, though. So I think I'm going to move it forward a little bit. I think I might move it too forward. I want to make sure that this doesn't feel too cramped. Because if we're going to put a build around this, then obviously the build's going to go here. And then we still have 2 blocks. I think that's good. Also, there is... I just saw them on my map. Desi, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heck? Thank you for completing that level of the hype train. We have the lights again for a minute. I still haven't figured out how to make them last longer. We have ugly men. Hold on the perimeter. Where are you guys? I see you on my map. I think I saw them earlier as well. I saw them walking. I think they're up here. Why do I hear you but not see you? Oh, I was just about to say. Die. Where's the other one? No, literally, where are they? Are you guys on the trees or something? They are below ground, I think. Yeah. Oh my god, are you in my pit? No, 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 no. Don't tell me they're in my villager breeder. That is highly inconvenient. I literally don't know where they are. I mean, I can just let them despawn. I think they're in a cave. I think there's a cave back there. There's a fire. Oh, yeah, that doesn't really do anything. 2, 3. They're in the trees. They're not in a cave. They're literally in the trees. How the hell did you guys spawn there? What the hell? How did they spawn here? I literally was like, where the hell are they coming from? I thought they were like somewhere in the terrain or something. Okay, well, that was something. I'm gonna put that there for now, just because I can. That was, I think, one of the weirdest things I have ever seen in Minecraft. And at this point, I've seen a lot of weird things in Minecraft, but I don't know how they spawned inside of a tree. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I was just sat here trying to build my little farm. Okay, so then that is the blocks behind it. Hold on. Can I see? And then we have the hoppers in front. And like I said, I think I want to put the hoppers in the floor. Ooh. Let's put that like that. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I'm going to do that on both sides because we have 12 bees nests. And then I'm going to have one side of the farm farm honeycomb, and one side of the farm get honey bottles. Hello, Mike. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to have you today. That does mean that these are going to go in the ground as well. That means that it's going to be less ugly. It's going to be easier to build around this, which I'm actually pretty excited for. Then I think... Hold on, cat hair on my lips. This is where we're going to have the azalea leaves. Because basically the bees' nests are going to sit up here, the beehives. And then I want... No, actually, then the azalea is also going to be in the ground. Also, I'm specifically using flowering azalea because I think it looks a little bit better than just flowers. Thank you guys so much for that hype train. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Today has been absolutely wild with resubs and hype trains and stuff. I appreciate that. Playing Trees by Taylor Swift. Picture me in 7, not 3 by Taylor Swift. Dear Lord, I messed that up. I was like, wait, what is going on? But that sounds nice. That sounds nice. Okay. Let me actually get these because these need to go in the floor then. Because this is where the redstone's gonna go. Boop. So that's why we have the stone blocks. Like that. The only challenge that I feel like we're gonna have with this thing is that I cannot put in the bee's nest until the very last moment. But that does make it a little bit challenging. Also, I realized I put the chest here, but that means I cannot put a glass block on top of this. I'm gonna need stairs, actually. Luckily, I have some oak planks here. It's not gonna look super pretty, though, if we have stairs here, but it's fine. And then... So I'm gonna need more filler blocks for now, because that is where the beehives are gonna go. And then on top of that, we need the dispensers, but facing downward. I'm always fighting with dispensers. I think if I place it like that, it is facing downward, right? I need to check that. No, it's not actually. It's facing upward. Okay, well, there is but one solution to that, which is making a row of temporary blocks above this. Getting rid of that. I wish there was an easier way to place dispensers in Minecraft. Yeah, now it's facing downward. Okay, I'll take these out. I'll place them back, but then I can at least easily walk here. Whee! There we go. Let's get those azalea leaves back. Okay. And then I need the glass. Okay, I'm going to have to quickly look at the video again to see how he encases things. Yeah, that is correct, right? Yes, this is correct. But he has like a row of stone back there as well. This genuinely feels like mind gymnastics. And then it goes... So this goes 1, 2... Yeah, so that goes basically to the height of the dispenser. That makes sense because that's where the redstone's going to go. So then the redstone would connect to that. That makes sense. And then we have this here. And then there needs to be a floating slab here in the back. And I say floating because that's what it looks like. So we need like a temporary block. Like that. And then the slab goes on top. And then that goes like that. And then from here, that goes like that. No, that's incorrect. Actually, these slabs are supposed to be on the floor because I'm building this thing. Wait a second. No. How did he get... Hold on. I need to see. I know it's frustrating that you guys can't see the video. I really wish I could show you. Okay, no, but it is like that. So what he does is he places a temporary block on that corner. And then he puts a slab like that. There we go. That's what we need. Yeah. Okay, and then I need the redstone comparators. I know, observers, literally the same. Observers are such a pain in the ass. Okay, I might have made a mistake by already placing all those stone because I now need to place these. And they need to go here in that direction, which basically means that I just quickly need to... If only I would follow the tutorial in the order it was shown. Also, Echo, thank you so much for the 39 stream streak. Let's freaking go. I appreciate that. Please enjoy that. What is it called? No, not 39. 30. 30 stream streak. I read your message and then I was like, wait, it gives a 39 stream streak message? I got really confused there for a second. But still, nonetheless, that is an accomplishment. That's still a lot of streams. Typo, yeah. I mean, the 9 and the 0 are next to each other, so it makes sense. It makes sense, right? Okay, so we got this. Then I need a whole bunch of redstone dust. I think I'm gonna need more than that. Yeah, that should be fine. Because I need basically redstone dust behind that, on top of that. There we go. And then I need redstone dust here. And then I think I need redstone dust on top of all of this as well. Okay, we've done that. And then they do that. And then I think it's literally everywhere. Yeah, and then they place the dispensers facing downwards, but I don't think they put redstone on top of the dispensers. Okay, so that's where the beehives are going to go, right? The problem is I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to place those. Because the farm is now closed. I want to place, but I think if I place them at night, the bees don't come out, right? Or at least they'll go back into... Yeah, exactly, Faye. That's what I was thinking. I think if I place them at night from below, I can't access it from below, though, because there's building blocks there that need to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I guess I could place... the glass in my offhand. So that, well, the thing is, that would work had I not just removed the entire thing. Hold on. I'm gonna see, just in case, you know, they pop out. I don't think they will pop out because it's nighttime, but just in case we have disobedient bees. I'm just gonna minimize the risk. Well, it seems like this works fine. Okay, so the bees are in. The dispensers are gonna dispense. Disobedient. I see what you did there. These are all comparing redstone signals. So that's good, I guess. Okay, they have the blocks there. They have the blocks there. Yeah, I guess that's our little module. As ugly as it is, I guess that is it. The thing is, I am kind of tempted because I genuinely dislike the look of the oak thingies. So I might actually just, I have an iron farm anyways, so making hoppers is easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I might just make like 2 additional hoppers so I can move the chest out 1 further so that we can just close that off with glass because I think that'll just look better. Those 2 emotes combined is top tier. Undecided, thank you so much for the 34 months and also on freaking tier 2. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. What the heck? Please enjoy all your subby perks, including all the tier 1 and tier 2 emotes. I hope you're doing well. It is really good to see you. Okay, we have 2 additional hoppers. And needed that fart. And also to support. Hey, valid. I get that, you know. We all have that sometimes. See, because the bees are not coming out right now. Actually doing this at night, so smart. If I say so myself. Then that goes in there. And then oh, I have the glass in my offhand. So then we can go like that. I guess that could just go like that then. Yeah, that's similar to what I did on this side. And now we can just access the chest without any problems. And then we're just going to have to repeat this exact same module on the other side. And then I'm going to have to determine how many blocks I want in between these 2 things for later building purposes. I'm kind of thinking for like the type of building I have in my head that I want to put around this. I'm thinking that I want 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it? Am I going to do 5? Would that fit? Hold on. From here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep. So that we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can do that if I extend the terrain here. That should be fine. That just means that the terrain here is going to be a little bit more square, but we can terraform that later. Once we have a building on here, we can actually decide what that's going to look like. Because it's only going to be until here. Yeah, so that's perfect. Because then I can do like a pathway that I guess is going to come down from like here. I did not mean to place that. I need to not hold this in my offhand right now. That I guess is going to go like this. I might have to move those hay bales a little bit, but that's fine, I guess. That's like not a problem. Hold on, I'm trying to... Because that's going to be only 2 wide then. But that's kind of perfect because I don't like how... Also, this is me... like I'm doing something with paths, even though my paths on my entire base is ugly, but I'm just trying to map it out for later. Because that would then go over here. And then this would be the entry to the greenhouse. Square in Minecraft? Groundbreaking. I know. Do you want to go to... Sure. I will have to rewatch the old ones because it's been a long time since I saw them, but... Sure. That sounds fun. I like going to movies. When does it come out? The only thing is I don't know if I like this corner. Like this turn here. Problem being, I don't really think I can fix it because this thing, I cannot move it more to the side and we're gonna have to put quite a big building back here. I just don't know if I like the pathing like this, but that's okay. Like, I would prefer it to go down here, but then the path would have to go around a corner here. You mean Devil Wears Prada? Yeah. I was already thinking, like, I mean, I think there's been talks of a Princess Diaries as well, right? I think. Because I feel like when you said that, I wasn't surprised that this was a thing. Both are fun. I agree. It's also been a long time since I saw The Devil Wears Prada. So, I guess in that sense, you know, would still mean the same. For me, at least. As in, I would still have to watch the thing. Okay. Then I have the hoppers coming in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's fun. We're going to be able to see. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. At least they don't escape. That's good. You know what? We can actually already start collecting things in that farm if I just make a ton of shears. If I just really quickly put away all the other things so that I actually have space in my inventory. From short-term remembery loss. Hi, Lena. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Princess Diaries is coming also. Okay, so I'm not making things up then. That's good. I'm not totally losing my mind just yet. I'm so happy I have an iron farm because the amount of shears I've also made for the wool farm is actually low-key ridiculous at this point. But I think the ones for the honey farm are gonna last a lot longer than the ones on the sheep farm. Also, thank you so much for redeeming the hi, I'm new. If you have any additional questions next to that little intro, please do not hesitate to ask, okay? Okay, so that is... Okay, I need to do 3 more. We're gonna have to... Why do all these farms include sharp or blunt instruments? Well, because that's kind of how real-life farms work as well. You know, when a sheep gets their wool sheared off, that usually includes something that is called a razor. And, you know, when you eat meat, that's usually because someone used a device called a knife. And most of the time, those are sharp. Sometimes they're blunt, but, you know, it's kind of similar to real life. I was almost okay with the bee farm. Okay, but in all fairness, it's not really shearing the bees. It's shearing their nest. Does that make it better? Like, would you feel threatened if I started shearing your brick wall? We're not cutting the bees. We're cutting their house. It's different. Why are y'all saying yes? Why do you care about your brick walls? Since when do you care that much about your brick wall? Are you guys all realtors? Is that it? Are you guys all secret real? I knew it. I knew chat was hiding a secret from me. All this time. All this time, Abu, you were a house's milker and you didn't even tell me. Because they're my brick walls. Well, these bees don't really care about their brick walls. This is making me want to open up Minecraft. Do it. Do it. I will be that evil voice that tells you to do it. Okay. So the thing is, now we're going to have to see. Because there were some people that were saying, if your dispensers do not work, which the thing is, I think they should have worked now. Because there is things in here. House's milker outed. Exactly, Panda. Do you speak bee-ish? Yes. Do you listen? They're saying, bzz, 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 which means that they don't care. Should I text Scott? No. He's the one who taught me how. There we go. Someone already told me this would happen. This was underneath the tutorial. There were also people that were saying this would happen. We got a lot, though. So that's good. But unfortunately, sometimes when they get sheared, they pop out. And they don't go into the hoppers. And there was someone who said there was something you could do. Apparently, underneath the flowers, you can put mud. Minecart with a hopper underneath. We could also do that. Although I am trying to figure out where that would deliver its stuff then. And also, maybe we're gonna have... So the thing is, with the honeycomb, I don't really care. Like, if it despawns, if we, like, lose 3 honeycomb every once in a while, I don't mind that much. But if we're gonna do honey bottles, it's gonna be really annoying if they start... I don't even know if honey bottles despawn. Potions don't despawn. So I don't know if honey bottles despawn. But obviously, that would be losing a lot of glass. Let me see, because people in the comments were talking about this. Use mud under the flowers with hoppers going to another chest below the main one. Yeah, so they're saying below the main one, then you might as well just use a hopper minecart. Honey bottles despawn. Okay, so that would mean that we would lose a lot of glass on that. Oh, thank you for the reminder of the ads. Yes, I appreciate that. So in 2.5 minutes, we're going to do a quick 5-minute break. And then we're going to come back to building for the bees. I guess a hopper minecart would be the easiest solution. Like that would just run underneath the flowers. The thing is, let me do a quick F4 to see if... Oh, sorry. Because there is water and stuff underneath this. But I think here we should actually be okay to dig a little bit underneath it. Like that would we can actually run a hopper minecart here and then just have a chest underneath this one. Then I'm just gonna have to figure out how to reach that. I guess that means digging out a block in front here. That's not ideal, but I guess we can do that. Then I'm just gonna have to go and make... I guess if I just punch a tree, I don't even have to go anywhere because I have iron. I just need wood to make them chests for more hoppers. You're opening Minecraft for the first time in 2026. Let's go. Enjoy playing. I hope you have a good time. What are you gonna do in Minecraft today? Okay, I'll just punch some of these trees here. We can always replant. I mean, technically, it just replanted. You know what? I'll give back to nature today. I'll be a good person. There we go. Okay, the ads are gonna start in 40 seconds. Let's see if I can make 2 hopper minecarts. I need 2 minecarts because I also need one on the other side then. And then I need some planksies. And then I need more planksies because I only... That's embarrassing. I didn't get enough planks to make enough chest. There we go. Another chest. And then I need to make 2 hopper minecarts. No! Shit! I accidentally made a minecart with a chest. I did not mean to make a minecart. Try out the mod pack. Oh my goodness, have fun. Have fun, have fun. I first should have made a hopper. I fucked up. Minecart with hopper. There we go. Okay, ads are starting in 2 seconds, so I did not make it. I didn't actually make 2 hopper. I made 1 hopper minecart and 1 minecart with a chest. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes. Please enjoy your break, stretch, hydrate, all those good things, and then I'll talk to you guys in 5, okay? Hello. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I needed to make another hopper minecart. The one that I messed up earlier. Hopper minecart. There we go. Now we have two. I actually have a lot of rails back home. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, switching hook size, especially like literally going from a 10 to 5 is I can imagine that being confusing. Or like not even confusing, but just weird. Okay. I am going to go. How does one download your mod pack? There is a link in the pinned chat, or you can type !mod pack. And then you will go to the info page, which has all the info, including the link to my web shop. There's two options. You can either download all the mods yourself if you don't want to use Modrinth. If you want to download the mod pack, you can do that through my website. And then basically you get access to a download link to a Modrinth file. It's free. I just put it on my web shop so that I can easily maintain it. And then you just need to make sure that you have the Modrinth launcher so that you can actually basically install the mod pack and then make a version or like load an instance of Minecraft through that mod pack, if that makes any sense. If you don't know how to use Modrinth, there's actually a lot of tutorials on YouTube. It's, in my opinion, one of the best launchers. It's very, very, very easy to use, very user-friendly, very easy to set up. Also, I'm going to need powered rails. Oh, crap, because I'm going to need to make sure that the minecart keeps going, of course. And then I need to make sure that that doesn't lock the hopper. That's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not excited about that. But look at me learning. At least now I know. The last time I did this, I didn't know all these things. And I you know, when I was building the sugarcane farm. We talked about how to take paracetamol correctly, but I forgot. I don't think we ever talked about how to take it correctly. I don't think there is a way to take it wrongly. I just think you should follow the instructions on the box. Or do you mean like how to take it as in physically take it? It does. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, I have powered rails. Then I need to make 2 redstone torches, I think. No, because I need redstone torches on both ends. Oh my god, this is turning way more complicated than I thought. I think a hopper minecart is actually... I don't know if that's a good idea. No, the hopper minecart should be able to pull items through a block. That's also how the sheep farm works. So if something is floating above the hopper minecart, it will pick it up when it drives underneath. But it needs to go back and forth. As far as I know, they should be able to pull through it. Because the flowers would float, so I would have to put a full dirt block, and hopper minecarts can pull through a dirt block, so I'm assuming they can pull through leaves? Maybe that's a wrong assumption. Realized why I never felt an effect with paracetamol, but I can check the box again. Oh, the only thing with paracetamol is that you, like, if you just take 1, it doesn't do anything. You need to make sure that you, how do you say it? The mod pack is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. You need to make sure that you keep a consistent level of paracetamol in your blood. But that doesn't necessarily affect how you should feel after taking 1 paracetamol. It's just, if you want it to be most effective, you have to, like, keep the... You can pull through leaves, okay. You have to keep the levels the same. That's not on the box, though, I think. I think that's just... My doctor told me that. I'm mostly trying to figure out, but I guess if we do a big loop around, like Abu is saying, then this would not be a problem. I was trying to figure out how to keep the... Well... I'm just afraid I'm going to have to do powered rails, but I'm going to have to do powered rails away from the hoppers because otherwise the redstone torch is going to lock the hopper. that is underneath the flower. Well, see, this is why... Okay. No, I think we should be good. I think we should be good. I think if I make redstone torches, I think I can keep it relatively easy. Flowers on mud? Yeah, but why would I do flowers on mud? If I'm gonna do a hopper minecart above it or underneath it, we don't need the mud. The mud is to make the items flow to a hopper automatically, but I'm basically replacing the mud with a hopper minecart. I'm gonna need, I think, 4 of those. Hold on. No, 4 of those. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be slightly experimental. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me, but it's nighttime, so that's kind of perfect because then the bees are in their houses. So then I can dig under without potentially accidentally setting the bees free. I don't think I would, but still. I think I'm actually gonna have to break the glass, so then maybe I would. So I think that would be the easiest to get this set up. If I just quickly break the glass. But then we do have to do it fast because it's already 3. I'm happy that we started with the, with this side. Oh. Actually, it's kind of okay if I take that out for now as well. And then the hopper minecart's gonna have to go here. I hear bees. Doesn't sound great. And then it's gonna have to go on top of a hopper here. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to make a hopper as well. Ah, and the sun is already rising. I don't like this. I mean, eventually the bees would come back and go back into their houses again. So, oh god. It would be fine. This whole shit stresses me out. Because the bees are going to come out very soon. And I need another hopper. That hopper is going to have to go into a chest eventually. Yeah, they're going to come out. Yep, all the bees are gone. Anyways, it's fine. They'll go back in. We're just going to have to wait until nighttime for them to go back in. Oh, isn't that lovely? See, but I cannot put the powered rail here. So that's going to have to go there. That powers that does not lock the hopper, right? Question mark. Anyone, if you know about redstone, does this lock the hopper because it's next to the hopper? Or does it have to go even further? I think this actually locks the hopper. This is also where technically the chest is supposed to go. Oh my god, see, this is why I was saying this is going to get unnecessarily complicated. Oh, now it doesn't work anymore because I removed the block above it. Oh my goodness. Can I make a chest? Please. Cannot make a chest. I have to get rid of all these shears in my inventory because they're taking up so much space. Oh my god, all these bees are going everywhere. Ah! I should have just taken out the beehives. Until I was done, I should have taken out the beehives. But I was eigenwijs, so I didn't. Look how happy the bees are. Do you see how unhappy I am? Hold on. I need... Just gonna make that a single chest, I think. That just goes there then. So So that hopper goes in there. I cannot put the rails on there, though. So the hopper doesn't go there. The chest goes here. And then the hopper goes... there. And then... This is like such a headache. I think if I put the torch here, that will power that rail. Okay, but that's the wrong way. It does power the rail, and I don't think it blocks the hopper, but we can test that quite easily. I can just do like that. No, that immediately went into the chest, so that hopper is not blocked like this. So that is good. And then that needs to go there. And then I need to put another redstone torch over there. And then this hopper is going to have to go underneath here. How am I ever going to push that, though? They're gonna... That doesn't work. Hold on. Because it needs to... I genuinely hate rails and stuff in Minecraft. Why is it so confusing? That doesn't power it. That doesn't power it. That powers it. Does the hopper still work? Yes. That's good. That needs to go there. Is that underneath? I don't know where underneath that is. Okay. So try number 2. It goes back and forth. Magic. That goes like that. Hi, B. Come on. Move your ass. I want to place a block there. Thank you very much. Oh, God. I want to place a block there. Okay, well... At least that's going. That's a start. Oh, my God. Now it fell down there. I really need these bees to go back into their hives. It's only 11 a.m. Oh, God. Okay. That was a weird glitch. Okay, I need to be able to access that chest. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Okay, is there a bee underneath there? Not yet. They're gonna go underneath, are they? Why is that hopper minecart? Why did it stop? Why did it stop? I will riot. Because I fucked up. So I don't think I really get to riot because I did that myself. Can you sleep in the day? No. You cannot. Okay, now... You seem to be stuck, buddy. I don't think you're in the right place. Come on. There we go. Okay, we just have to wait for all the little beesies to come back. There's one back there, I think. Could mob spawn? No. There is, well, I mean, technically there is space for it. Let me place a torch. Do I have a torch on me? I do. That's actually a good shout. There we go. Oh god. They're all coming out again. Don't go under there. No, no, no. There's nothing for you there. There we go. Let's go! Vex, it's really good to see you. Thank you so much for the 5-month resub. And I'm so happy to hear that you've settled into your new place. Oh my god, yeah, the creeper in my walls. That was definitely something. That 1x1 block. Don't you need to fill it with blocks so all the honey actually goes into the minecart? No, because the honey will actually sit on top of these flowers. So, and then there will be glass in front of this. Once all the bees are back in their hives, the glass will go in front of this. And then the minecart will actually pick it up when it's chilling on top of this. We can test it, actually, if we want to see if the minecart... There we go. Minecart picked it up. And then if we put that over there... Well, it's not going to sit over there. It's going to sit over there. Look, the minecart picked it up, and now it should be in here. How did all this honeycomb end up there? Oh! Lol. Oh, I did not anticipate that. The minecart is actually picking up things from this as well. It's picking up everything from the chest because it goes under it. And then it draws everything down. And then it goes in here. Okay, so maybe we should make that chest down there a double chest. Oh, yes. I knew that it can pull through a solid block because that's also what I use here in the sheep farm. I showed that earlier, but look. We have the sheep farm and they get sheared and then their wool drops. And then there is a hopper minecart that goes all the way around to pick up all the wool from the sheep. Okay. I'm gonna have to think because I mean, I cannot place a powered rail on top of that hopper. I mean, there is, of course. You know what? I have a plan. That actually makes this farm cleaner anyway. Well, does that work? No, because if I move that chest down, then the hopper won't be able to pick things. Oh my god, why is this so complicated? That's fine though, because we don't really need this. Don't need to open this chest if we can open this chest and just collect everything here, right? But then that definitely needs to be a double chest. If everything's gonna move into that one, we're gonna need that to be a double chest. Also, I'm waiting. I think the bees are gonna return to their homes soon. Can I place this there? Hold on. Fuck. That doesn't place as a double chest. Because I'm holding shift to reach that block. Okay. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. There we go. Now I just need to get out of here again. Okay, no, not all the bees are back yet. Some of them are stuck, I think. Come on, you go back into your house. Are you stuck as well? Go back into your house. Come on. Because I think you're the only bee left, bestie. Go back. Oh, yeah. Okay, you went back. Perfect. I think all the bees are in. Oh! Yeah, exactly, Abu. That means that I can cover this. If we're gonna do some decorations and stuff, I can cover this chest with a wall, basically, because we don't need it. Like that can be like that because then we're gonna be able to pick up everything in this chest. I think that's also a little bit cleaner than there's just like one hole in the side, and then we can just put a trapdoor or something over this. That's actually really nice. Okay, so now that side of the farm is done. Let's make sure that we prepare for this disaster beforehand on this side. That we actually do this before the bees are in, you know? So this is where the flowers would sit. So underneath it is where we would do the hopper thing. That is where the powered rails goes. Do I have... God. I need another hopper. Hold on. Also, hi, Nintendo. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. Another chest. Another hopper. I need more... I'm going to have to chop down some more trees at this point because I keep needing more chests. Oh, well, actually, this is good. Okay. Also, Skyfeather, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Okay, so that needs to go over here. Oop, did not mean to grab that much. Oh. We have this. There we go. Then we have this hopper that goes like that. Then we have this. We have our redstone torch over here. Then that goes all the way to here. With the rails in between. There we go. And that's gonna draw that from that chest, put it in here, put it in here. Then, nope, it cannot go there. It needs to go there. Let me actually make sure that I have a way out of here. Then I'm gonna put that hopper minecart on that rails. Gonna push that. Yep, that keeps going. That's good. And then I think I need... No, I don't have the azalea in my pocket. I cleaned everything out. Which is probably smart. There we go. And then that pulls from that. And then that is just working perfectly, I think, right? We have that block there. Yeah, that's good. Do I still have glass? Also, you know what I just realized? What we might just do? We're going to take a really quick break from this. Simply because I realized that we're going to need a lot of glass bottles. And I don't have that much glass left. I do have a lot of sand, however. So what I'm quickly going to do is I'm going to run to my storage, grab sand, and put it in the furnace. So that can smelt while we finish building the farm. Because otherwise I'm going to have to do that after. And then I just will forget about it. And I think we actually might need that much glass that I have to do 2 rounds of smelting. So I'm just going to go pick up. Because we only have 3 furnaces. Because I only currently have 3 lava sources. I eventually want to set up like a big smeltery, I think, with like a whole bunch of lava sources, like a big lava farm, and then a lot of furnaces, just so that I can smelt things in bulk. But right now, I don't have that, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more strategic about it. Let's do 3 full stacks for now. Right now, also, my lava farm is still, like, in my starter hobbit hole from way back when, which is where my villager trading hall is. I want to leave my villager trading hall there. It's where my, like, villager breeder and trading hall is. It's in that mountain over there, which is fine. We're just going to decorate it and make sure that it looks good. And eventually, I want to put, like, a cool building on top that also has my enchanting setup. But right now, it's just here in the basement, and it's a little bit of a weird spot for a lava farm. That was just practical because when I still lived here, I wanted to have it close and I just never moved it. There we go. Okay, then that can smelt while we continue to work. Look at me thinking about things in advance. I'm so proud of myself. I never do that. I'm that person that will be like, ah, shit, I need blocks that I don't have, and then I need to go on a huge side quest. Okay. So, glass. Catch a dragon and pin it to the wall. Well, there is a dragon in Minecraft, but you can catch her. You can get Tears of the Dragon, though. You can respawn her. Always side quest for blocks. Yeah, I feel like that's the Minecraft experience, right? That's just what it is. Okay, let's not do the glass blocks first, Ro. Let's actually get the infrastructure ready first. That sounds like a smarter idea. I'm gonna need a lot of the redstone stuff. I actually don't need the rails anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like 5 bajillion blocks away. For in cases like that, though, I honestly at this point I'm teleporting for shit. Like if it's something like that, I cannot be bothered. That's exactly why I like the minimap mod and the map mod. I'm like, I don't need to teleport all the time. I really don't mind going on an adventure. But if it disrupts my flow to a point where I just no longer enjoy whatever I'm doing, like if I want to finish a build and all of a sudden I need 1 block that's like so many blocks, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. That's actually 3. Hold on. Took 1 too many away. There we go. Did not mean to place redstone there. Meant to place stone blocks there. Yeah, because the beehives are going to sit on top of that. That's where the dispensers are going to be on top of. And then... yeah, so that's too high. I just need more stone. It's valid. Yeah. I 100% think so. I feel like we've talked about this quite a lot on this stream, but I so strongly believe that gaming should be fun. If you're not having fun, you're not gaming correctly. Like, you're just not doing it right. There's 1 in the floor, 1, 2, yeah. And like, if you feel like you want to make adjustments or you want to cheat, so to say, cheat, quote unquote, because that's going to make your game more fun, then do it. Like, obviously find the right balance for you. Some people, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. 1. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I went 1 too far with the hopper. That's supposed to be glass. Right here. That was so that I could close this off, but still have the chest be further out. Which, ironically enough, is now no longer needed, but... call it cheating, but if it's more fun for some exactly. That's what I say. I have a mod on this mod pack that, like, it's kind of a mix between keep inventory and not keep inventory. So it basically keeps your tools and armor, because those are the things that, for me, like, it's fun to grind for those early game Minecraft, right? It's like nice to get a perfect sword and to give it a name and to grind all your enchantments. But if you have to do that over and over and over again, it gets to a point where I'm like, I just don't enjoy it anymore. Like, I'm done. And I feel like that is definitely something that I have come to the realization at this point that if I like playing with keep inventory or a form of keep inventory because it means that I'm no longer afraid of this game, no longer afraid of dying, and I enjoy it more, that is perfectly fine. Hold on, I just realized these are not needed. The farm technically ends there. That's just like this. Yeah, now it's correct. And then we have all of that. Then we need that block and that block. Okay. So we need to go like this and then like that. Yeah, people can be really pissed about that, but in the end, that says so much more about those people, and about their insecurities, because that's what it is, right? It's like people are insecure that, I don't know, that I actually don't know what you're insecure about, but it is definitely insecurity, but like I don't really understand what you would be insecure about. That triggers you to tell other people to tell how they should or shouldn't game, but it's like some sort of sense of righteousness of like there's only one right way to do things. I guess maybe it's not necessarily insecure, but more the realization that they could have gamed differently if they wanted to, but they didn't. And then they're just like they feel like you shouldn't be either because they didn't. Yeah, exactly, and that's super fair. Like if you wanna play peaceful, that is completely fine. That's where I should be placing some dispensers. So let's get those. Yeah, I guess they feel like they're like breaking a rule or something, or I don't know. That went into the hopper, didn't it? Yep. Wait, did I need to place the dispenser the other way around? Did I need to go like this? See, I never remember. No, then it places the wrong way around. I literally just did it and I already forgot. Problem being that I think that I need to stand where the hoppers are right now to place them correctly. I think. I can try if I can do it like this, but... See, the thing is I can't really see if it's placed correctly. Yeah, that one placed correctly. Okay. That one did not. Come on. Can I walk here? For some of these, yeah. Oh my god. Why? There we go. Okay, so then we place the beehives at night. We can already put in some of the glass. Hello? Did I do that there? I didn't. No. Could have. Looks pretty. Like it. I might just. Why not? Did I... Yeah, then I have one row of glass up here. Count 110. Oh, good luck. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Okay, so then we place the beehives back there when it's nighttime. And then we place another glass row in front of this. Again, that can just... I'm just putting these here so that I remember that I can cover them. That actually means that I might want to move the start of this build backwards with a block. Like, I might as well just have that be here, because then we can have the wall back here anyways. Right? Like, that doesn't matter, because we can build over that chest. I think that's gonna look pretty clean. And then my idea for the pattern is to have, like, a tall middle part with, like, somewhat of a barn roof as well. And that's going to be made with glass, so it's going to have a greenhouse kind of vibe. We can plant flowers and stuff in here. And then this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably use white stained glass. I'm going to see what that looks like with Mizuno's, whether I like that or not. Or otherwise, I'm just going to use a normal block, like a normal type of wood with like maybe dark pillars and then oak wood or something. So basically, this is going to... I know if I'm explaining it well, but like, let's say that you have the middle part and then the two side parts are going to be like slanted roofs that are lower, but you're not going to be able to really walk in there. So if you go into the greenhouse, you're just going to have this central area, like sort of this central dome that's going to be really light, and you're just going to see this part of the farm. You're just going to see the bees here, and then you'll just be able to open this like this. I think it might be good to add a trapdoor in here so that if you fall down, you don't immediately get stuck. You think you see the vision. Good. Good. Let's actually, because the only thing we still need to do then is add in... I think we can already make a bunch of glass bottles with this. If I leave those 19 to close it off later, we just need to add in the bees. Okay, that is already quite a lot of glass bottles. So I think maybe the glass that I'm putting in now can be like my reserve. The thing is, you can put a lot of glass bottles, right? In all of the dispensers. Just gonna split this. Oh, that one is 8 now. Okay. There's probably a faster way of doing this, but it is satisfying to do it this way. Let's say we're gonna aim for 12 in all of them. Yeah, then we're gonna actually need so much more glass. The thing is, we can recycle them, right? So once we have a lot of honey bottles that are filled, we can literally just that's 2 hoppers. That's crazy. Maybe I should go 6 in every single one, because there is no way that I'm gonna be able to have that many glass bottles. That's just insane. I know this is a not super satisfying process to watch, but I think this is necessary. Okay, that's also 6. So now I do have a 3rd hopper. Oh my god. I thought I could just shift click, but then it adds it in all of them. Okay, that now only has 5 then. So I need more glass bottles. It is nighttime though. Or starting to get nighttime. So I'm going to get my other glass and then I'm going to place the bees in. We're going to have to smelt more glass. The thing is, like I said, I can recycle the bottles, right? So once we have bottles filled with honey. Also, Chansings, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is good to have you. Once the bottles are filled with honey, we can turn that into honey blocks, and then we can reuse the bottles. So that is good. I just always forget how much glass it takes to make bottles. And then we had that one where we had 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, I do one too many. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Ah! 5. There we go. Okay. This is also, like, ironically enough, pretty unnecessary to spread them out like this, but it's just satisfying to see that we have the same amount everywhere. Okay, then we have 45 spare glass bottles. That's good. Let's get the bees and the glass to lock it off. And then we have our bee farm. Basically done and functional. Oh. Well, the dispensers are working. That's good. Look at that. We're getting our first bottles of honey. That farm is working too. Yay! That is so nice. Okay. So now all that is left is to actually build something around this monstrosity that looks good. Because as you can imagine, this is not what I'm gonna have it look like. I like having a bee farm, but I don't like having an ugly structure. Yes, of course. Oh my goodness. By the time you want to crash out and leave, that is so valid. That is so valid. Have so much fun. And thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Okay, so that is done then. For the sake of my own sanity, before I start building, I'm gonna have to gather materials anyways. Let's actually have these stay here because I'm gonna make a chest with spare materials. Okay, I'm just gonna put everything in here so that I can take it all at once. I can leave this here. But then if I take my build materials to make the actual building, I'm not actually making a mess. Is the redstone working on the right one? Yes, because it already collected the honey bottles. As I was placing in the bees, it immediately triggered. So I'm pretty sure that it works. And it also picked it up. So that's also good. The other one just didn't work. But luckily in the comments, I saw what to do, how to fix it. But with this one, it immediately basically, all the dispensers went off as soon as I placed the honey, the beehives. That's the word I was looking for. I think it was a business number because I've gotten texts and calls about remodeling. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that is highly annoying. I mean, as someone with a business number, I know that pain and it is very frustrating. Some days I just want to throw my phone outside the window. And I'm already on like a no-call register, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just call you anyways. No, this is not supposed to go in here. That's supposed to go in here. Then I have all my rails. They can go in here. I think I think I only have, oh, I have a couple of glass bottles here. I can take those with me. I'm afraid that white stained glass, I think, is gonna have a pattern to it because in Mizuno's, all the stained glass actually looks like stained glass, which is beautiful. But in this case, I would actually like to have sort of the milky glass, you know, the default white stained glass, but it's fine. Getting my number from, and I'll have it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It's just annoying that you have to do that if you just got a new number, you know. Hello? Moving that one, moving that one. That one. Let's put my gold back. I don't have a lot of gold to my name in this world. It's one of the few resources I actually do not have a lot of. Anything else in here? Yeah, the Omnius potion I can clean out as well. Don't think I have any Omnius bottles yet. I do have mob heads from my mob farm. Yes, good luck. Oh my god, did I show you? It's not nail art, but look, I did my nails over the weekend. They're a very nice mocha chocolatey brown, but they're so long. I was like, my nails are so long. I have to paint them now before they start breaking. So now, look, they're pointy. I was very proud of that. But then I was like, I need to lock in and paint them before I damage them. And then I think with the timing now, I'll be able to repaint them before I go to DreamHack again. At least that's the goal. Can be pointy too. Let's go. I love a good pointy nail. Meant to paint mine on Thursday, but forgot. Valid. Hello. Hi, Lisa. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. How was your stream? What were you doing in The Sims today? Why am I leaving? I am not nearly done with what I needed to do in here. But welcome in. For anyone who is hanging out here, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button right now. Lisana is absolutely wonderful. And also plays a lot of very chill games. So this is your opportunity. But thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. What were you up to in The Sims today? I would love to hear it. And for anyone who is new, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And today we are building an automated honey farm in Minecraft. The building of the farm itself is done. It's functional. We have automated honey and honeycomb. But now I need to put a pretty build around it because it's looking rather ugly. So that is something we're going to have to fix. You forgot to copy the raid message. Listen, this happens to me so often. This happens to me more often than I'd like to admit, so I feel you. I totally feel you, but no worries. You're all good. I hope you had a lovely stream. Hold on. I'm gonna make... I think I have a white dye. I'm gonna make some white stained glass to see. Ooh, no. This is actually kind of perfect. Oh yeah, this is great. Look, this way it'll still be glass, so it won't be like fully dark. You finished the Sims event. Nice. Did you like this Sims event? Just in general, like how do you feel about the Sims events? Oh, we got a Ko-Fi shop sale. Let's go. That alert is completely in the wrong place, but that's fine. You've been building the Blueprints mansion. Ooh. That sounds really cool. I've never played Blueprints, but I've seen other people play it. That sounds complicated. That sounds complicated. But this is good. I like it. Okay, but unfortunately, that does mean that I'm gonna have to make a ton more glass, actually. So let's get some sand. And we have white dye. That should be fine. Like the quest event. That is for sure a challenge. Oh my goodness. Is the sun setting or is the sun... No, the sun's rising. Nice. Yeah, same. I think they're a good way to get free items, but I find them annoying. And something that I find really annoying is the fact that some items are now DLC locked. So then I'm like, what's the point of the free items, babes? If you first have to buy a DLC for it to work. Like, that's just... That feels wrong. No, I did not mean to grab... Oh my god, Ro. I meant to grab my buckets. So yeah. I feel like, yeah, it's really dumb. But I would say that, like, anytime anything free is added to the game, you know, like, I'm not really gonna complain because I'm happy that free stuff gets added and that people get to enjoy new content without spending, you know, more money. And I really like that we get some stuff for all the DLCs. That is the thing. Like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because if you have the DLC, it's really nice that you get additional items for it. Like, that is really nice. Because you've already spent money on that pack. But at the same time, it's also people could unlock an item that they can then not play with unless they go buy a DLC. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, I see why it's useful, but also I feel like it sucks. Because there's already so many things people miss out on. Like, let's imagine you're someone that doesn't have the budget available to spend on even just one expansion pack, right? Like, you can just have the base game that's free, and then The Sims hosts an event, and they're like, yay, you're gonna get free items. And then you're like, oh, that's so nice. I unlocked it. Oh, I don't get to play with it unless I pay 40 bucks for an expansion pack. So, like, it's nice for the people who have already spent the money, but I feel like those people already have the money to buy expansion packs, right? So the target group that I'm like, oh, you guys deserve free items because obviously the Sims is, you know, expensive, so it's not affordable for everyone. It's like those people that I wish most to be able to enjoy those free items because they cannot afford the expansion packs are now being locked behind buying an expansion pack. It just makes no sense to me. But yeah, I agree. It would be nice for people to be able to like catch up on the events later as well. True, they do the events to get people to play more often. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are really trying to make The Sims like a more active player base, which I just don't know if that's gonna work. I feel like a lot of people at this point are cheating through them because they don't want to miss out on the items, but at the same time, they don't want to, like play through them either. Because I feel like most simmers have the typical simmer thing. They go through simmer phases where they play a lot, and then they go through phases where they don't think about the game. Okay, so I'm gonna have to think for a second. Building palette wise, I think I want to go for... What does stripped dark oak look like with Mizuno's? I don't think I've ever seen it. Compared to spruce. Ooh, that's a lot darker. I actually like that a lot more. Hold on. I'm gonna put the spruce back. And I'm actually just gonna go get the dark oak. And then strip that. But then I actually might combine that with spruce planks, maybe? Or is that going to be too dark? I know the spruce planks are really dark. Yeah, that's basically the same. So I think that I would have to go for oak. To keep some of the contrast. Let's get one singular oak plank. I do like that. I think that's nice. And then combine that with like the stained glass. It's a very basic early game color palette. It doesn't have any wild blocks. I guess maybe I could take... We could maybe work with pale oak. That's not the right placement. Timbo! Oh my god. Second baby, let's go. Thank you so much for the 18-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Really started to realize how insane. Yeah. It's crazy. If you look at other games, even expensive games, right? Like, I don't know. Let's say we're looking at Baldur's Gate, Clair Obscur, you know, games like that. $80. Red Dead Redemption, 65, $70, something like that. And then you get so many play hours out of it. That is 2 Sims expansion packs. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Also, Dorana, welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay, I do like that combo. Well, no, I actually don't like that combo. I feel like it's gonna get too cool. I want to have some of the warmer colors for this greenhouse. Yeah, I think I might actually start with this. So that's dark oak, stripped dark oak. We're gonna need a bunch of oak planks. And the stained white glass. I'm just gonna do a little layout of this build. While we're waiting for more of the stained glass, I'm gonna have to make some white dye, though. That's good. Let's take that. Luckily, we have a very easy source of bone meal, which means that we have a very easy source of white dye, which I like. But I'm just going to do like a basic layout of the pillars and stuff. I think the biggest thing for this build is that we're going to add a lot of flowering azalea leaves on the outside to make it look really, I don't know, lush and overgrown. I was also thinking of maybe replacing the floor inside with moss and then just bone mealing it so that we get a bunch of grass and stuff. Yes! Oh my god, do it, Hurtful Throne. Do it. I'm a bad influence when it comes to that. Do it. Play Minecraft. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. That can all go in there for now as well. I'm just gonna start with the outlay or the outlay of the pillars. Sure, row layout is what that's called. Outlay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Outlay. I just invented a new word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that feel tall enough? Yes, that absolutely feels tall enough. Actually, maybe considering there's still going to be a roof, I might even make that too shorter. Where is my scaffolding? I think my scaffolding is back at my house, which absolutely means that I'm going to have to walk back there again. Great. But if that's 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, I do think it needs to be 5, though. Because this needs to be 3. Yeah, so that's going to have to be 5. Can I... Yeah, I can go like that. Okay, that's good. 5 is fine, though. 1, 2, 3. Because my best friend might get their first apartment, so I went, I'm making it in The Sims! I love that. And it crashed on you. That's unfortunate. I was like, I love that. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to terrain tool this a little bit because I don't like how that is now right next to it. But let's strip all of this. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate that. I really like the stripped dark oak in Mizuno's. It looks like chocolate. Okay. So I have this. And then I want to have the white stained glass, of which I'm going to have to make a bunch more. And for resource saving, it would be smart maybe to actually use panes instead of... I just don't know if I'll like the look of that. So I'm going to be smart about it and make 16. And I'm going to use it, and I'm going to see if I like that. I already hate it because... Oh, you can actually still open that chest if you're using glass panes. That's interesting. Okay, so if we're going to use panes, we're definitely not going to use that on the first layer. It would be smart. I see what you did there. Okay. But I think switching from full to half is not going to look good. Well, actually, that kind of gives an interesting visual interest. I'm not even that mad about it. I kind of like that. See, but like, okay, so the vision here, we're going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the roof, though. I'm not entirely sure because I'm just realizing if I'm going to work with glass, the roof has to be full blocks. Well, I guess I can do a roof that's kind of in front of things. Then you don't see it as much. I am not entirely sure if I like all of this just yet. No, I don't have phantoms off. So they're probably gonna spawn sometimes. But I don't really care about phantoms anymore. They are so dumb and easy to kill. I kind of like it as target practice. Is that bad? Am I a real Minecrafter now? The fact that I don't care about phantoms. That's way too many glass panes, Ro. Yeah, they annoy me too. I think that's as in like with so sometimes when they spawn, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go sleep because they annoy me, but there they are. It's just one though. I should get my arrows actually. Then we can do proper target practice. Where are you? Oh. Mind you. Oh, I actually hit it. Let's go. I was just about to give a disclaimer. I was like, mind you, I'm really bad with shooting flying targets. But I just killed it. That was satisfying. Not gonna lie. That was good target practice. See, but now the thing is, now that I know that they're gonna spawn, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll sleep. I'm not gonna deal with like a second spawn. But if they spawn for the first time, then I'm like, okay, whatever. It's fine. I hereby declare you a proper Minecrafter. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Oh yeah, on servers, I feel like on servers it was on Girly Pop, it was most annoying. When they initially didn't have the mod that allowed like only part of the players to sleep. I genuinely begged them to install that mod because I was like, guys, I love you, but it's really annoying if you're on with 34 people and everyone has to sleep. Like, even if it's just half, like, just, that's fine. Okay, I have come to the conclusion that I actually really like the glass panes, but just not in this location. Because it actually exposes the whole redstone thing that I was trying to hide. So I'm going to use this specific stained glass, but just in a different place. I'm going to use it for the roof. Which means that the glass panes that I made are going to become useless, I think. But that's fine. Is it a game rule? Really? I thought it was still a data pack. I did not even know. But I kind of like that. I like that they implemented it. Same with keep inventory. Wait, that started out as a mod as well. I only know keep inventory as a game rule. But then I wanted to have a more customizable version, so I ended up downloading a mod for it. Ironically. Okay, but let's actually then get some oak planks to see if I like that look. Let's actually... See, the thing is, I don't like it when the walls are... I mean, I've done that here as well, but because they're colored, I don't mind as much. But when it's just full wood like this, I always feel like it looks like a starter build. But that's because we haven't decorated it yet. And also, we haven't added any windows yet. We can still very much do that, of course. Like, we can hide the whole redstone mess. But still add windows. Let's use the glass panes then. And then we can add planter boxes in front of them. It didn't start as a mod, but a lot of people use a mod and never check the game rule, even when only... Yeah, fair. I guess the game rules are also... At least for me. That's probably not for everyone, but I personally think that can be a little bit intimidating to use game rules in Minecraft, because... Not everyone's used to using commands either, right? I think if you are a little bit more at home in IT or like programming or just in general, like using computers. But, you know, it always surprises me that the amount of times I get dumb questions on Sims tutorials because people are like, I cannot edit this folder. And I'm like, are you the admin of the computer? And they're like, what is the admin? And I'm like, well, that explains. There you go. Very often. And that's literally folder management. So then we're not even talking about knowing how to type a command line into something. Yeah, that I feel like having a settings menu is, for a lot of people at this point, is just necessity. Oh, thank you for the uptime reminder. I was just getting into building. Also, I am doing this design with big air quotes, by the way, fully just straight out of my brain. So maybe it's gonna look really ugly, and then I'll just tear it down, and I'll just add another build around it. I'm just trying to push my my creativity a little bit here by making something myself instead of looking up a tutorial or inspiration specifically. That was so weird. I placed those blocks and I genuinely thought to myself, I was like, why the fuck did that turn to oak? Because you placed oak, bro. Because you didn't actually place the glass panes. Yeah, that is correctly placed. Okay, and then this goes here. Ooh, did not mean to place that there. Okay, let's see. We're getting somewhere, at least with the basic walls here. I'm gonna have to come up with a roof, though. Oh. Okay, well, we're still gonna lose some honey bottles, I'm afraid. Because they sometimes pop out here as well, which means that they sometimes might pop out the back as well. How did it even get up here? Anyways. Okay, but then... let me see. I want to use this over here. As like a glass wall. I want to have a double door. I want to do the same on this side. Although I don't think we really need a door on this side. I think it's fine if we can just enter this greenhouse from one side. Okay. Obviously, without a roof, it's looking a little bit weird. I'm just going to have to figure out what kind of roof I want to put on top of it. Or at least what kind of roof trim. Because I would actually like the rest of the roof to be fully glass. To even sell the greenhouse vibes more. But I'm trying to figure out whether... Do I just want to... Because I think dark oak planks are, ironically enough, with Mizuno's, really ugly. But maybe they do offer the right contrast for things. Okay, I need my scaffolding and I need other blocks. Because maybe actually I'm going dark, but maybe I should actually get my does it get updated? I mean, it's on vanilla tweaks, so I'm assuming it still gets updated. Exuma is very good at updating vanilla tweaks. Okay, hold on. Because I actually think that... Ooh, hold on. I have an idea. I just have an idea. I might want to change out the oak planks. I know that I literally just placed them. But then I realized that granite actually looks really pretty with this texture pack. I just don't know if I have granite. Like, if I have enough. I mean, I think that's enough. I like that. I will try to see what that looks like. See if that looks better. And then with that being granite, okay, so I was gonna get pale oak slabs and full planks. I think I'll just take a stack of pale oak logs as well. I think maybe the outline of the roof should be white. Just like the barn roof. Ooh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, the little guys in the chest room are copper golems. They were added to Minecraft as a way to manage inventory. They can sort inventory for you. The problem is when they were released, the instructions on how they sort inventory weren't super clear. The only reason I now know is because I consume a lot of Minecraft content. The instructions for the average Minecrafter is still very unclear. Hello? Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to today? I appreciate that so much. Thank you for coming over. How was Streamsies? As you were doing some just chatting, what were you doing in chatting today? Were you actually chatting or were you just chatting for the last little bit of stream? But thank you so much for bringing all the friends over. For anyone from my side, if you are not following Charlie yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Absolutely wonderful creator. Literally one of my comfort creators. She does co-working. She does gaming. Really lovely, cozy Instagram content. Like just a 10 out of 10 follow. 20 out of 10 follow even. So go drop your bum on that follow button right now. Thank you so much for coming over. You blush. Well, no, because you deserve it. Because you're awesome. No, but genuinely, I really love your content. Like all of your reels on Insta always make me feel so cozy. We did Elden Ring and then yapped about your trip to Korea, which is happening this week. Oh my god, how long are you gonna go? And what areas are you gonna visit? Korea's on my dreamy list. That sounds weird. A dreamy list for like places to go, but I like dream list, not dreamy list. I would love to go to Korea at one point. Specifically for the food. I'd love to try all the dishes. So I'm a little bit jelly, but that's really fun. I love that for you. For anyone who just joined, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And on the channel, we do gaming, co-working, and a sprinkle of IRL streams. This week, we actually have an IRL stream. I'm going to go to Kew Gardens in London. I'll be in London for 2.5 days this week. And on Thursday, I'm going to take you guys to the Orchids Festival in Kew Gardens, which I'm very excited about. It's something I've been meaning to go to for a long time, and I finally have the opportunity to go. But when we do gaming, we do a mix of cozy games, and I try to do co-working 3 times a week. And today we are building in Minecraft. This is my starter island. I am building, this is my forever world. So I'm trying to build here. I take things like slow. We're just enjoying the vibes. And I'm currently working on my farm area. I used to have a barn back there, but I tore it down recently. And I moved things in here. This barn is absolutely not cursed. It absolutely does not contain an automated wool farm. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, this barn, absolutely not cursed. It does not have an automated chicken shop thingy. It does absolutely not have cow crushers. No. We don't do cursed things here. We make them look pretty so that we can pretend that they are very normal. Back there, this is my iron farm. That I built very early game. Eventually, this is going to be like a harbor area. So this is kind of like a harbor warehouse. Back there is going to be my main storage room eventually, which is also going to be like a warehouse storage kind of building. That is my starter home. She has her own island with a beautiful backdrop. So yeah, we've been working on this. And what we built today is this. I built an automated honey farm. So this side produces honeycomb. This side produces honey bottles so that we can turn that into honey blocks. And I was currently trying to design a building around it to just make sure it looks a little bit better. Because if there's one thing that I don't like about Minecraft is that farms tend to look very ugly. So I tried to make very functional, ugly farms look pretty by putting nice buildings around them. And trying to make an island that I actually like walking around. Speaking of ugly buildings, we pretend that thing is not there. That is my mob farm. I built that before I installed Voxy, and we couldn't see the horizon. Now we can see the horizon, which is beautiful, but, well, yeah. That's just not there. For 2 whole weeks. Oh, no, that is completely valid that you're not saying specific places you're visiting. That is so fair. But you're visiting Seoul for a couple of days. Nice. I hope you have the best time. And I would love to hear all of your stories when I get to see you at the end of the month. But thank you so, so much for the raid again. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, practice some self-care, please make sure to do so. As you might know, we always say here self-care is very sexy, so make sure to practice it. Also, I just realized the music has been really soft for me. Oh, that's too high. Hold on. I'm messing that up. Also, I'm just trying to figure out the block palette that I want to use right now. And I love to use Mizuno's as a texture pack. I think you use the same, right? I think you also like to use Mizuno's. Because I remember we talked about this when we first got on Girly Pop the first season together. But Granite and Girly Pop in Mizuno's looks so good, and I actually think I might switch it out. Because if we then do a wooden and glass roof, it's not gonna clash with the walls and everything already being wood. I think it's gonna still fit in like the cottage core kind of vibes. And also I would love to actually, oh, we can try do that. Yes, oh my god, enjoy foods. Enjoy. We still need a funny name for the mob farm. Yeah, come on guys. Where's the funny name suggestions? Tower of Terror. If we take inspo from Disney. To be fair, that tower does hold everything that gives me terror in Minecraft, so it wouldn't even be a lie if we called it that. Did you know that in mob farms witches can spawn? You know how much I hate witches. Like in Minecraft. In books and stuff they're cool, but in Minecraft, no thank you. Because witches in Minecraft are like evil. Evil. But yeah, I feel like we need to just make it a landmark. I think that is going to solve the entire problem. Also, I'm going to have to go get more granite. I'm just realizing this right now. I'm not excited about that. We just need to make it a landmark so that when people are like, oh, what's that in the back? And then we can be like, that's the whatever, you know, Eiffel Tower. Tower of Pizza. And then people are like, oh. But then there's nothing they can say because it's like, no, but that's a landmark. So, you know, what are you gonna do? Bash a landmark in my Minecraft world? Okay, maybe I will be able to... I'm gonna... After all of this farm building, I am very afraid that I'm gonna have to go on, like, a resource gathering quest. Because I have... Like, wood types and stuff, I'm fine, but... Well, as you can see, we are kind of running low on granite. But I have other things like diorite, andesite, stuff like that. I'm just... it's all gone. Okay, I think because I've already done that front. Okay, so for now I have enough. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do the roofing part as well, which means that, yeah, we're going to need more granite eventually. So let's get this. Because the problem here is that this is very wide. Ideally, I would like to go up to that height very slow, right? Preferably with slabs. So I'm just gonna see how far I get. I think we're gonna have to partially go straight in some ends because I'm already getting to a point where I'm at the... Oh god. Okay, I think redo, reset. We're gonna do 2 of each. I wish there was an easier way to do this, but I'm afraid this is it. Yeah, so then it does actually perfectly reach. Hold on. Thank you for the uptime reminder. I appreciate it. You know how I went back to get materials and my scaffolding? Do you know what I didn't get? See, this is why we can teleport. No, I did not mean to share it. I meant to teleport. This is why we teleport sometimes. If you just forget something and you quickly have to run back, I ain't spending 5 minutes on walking there. It's not worth it. Let me just teleport back as if nothing happened. See, I took my scaffolding all along. It was there. I did not forget about it. So if we're talking glass, that could go there. And then that could go there. Nope, wrong block row. I find it really hard to decide whether I like the look of it or not. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to do more of the roof to be able to determine that, which is frustrating because that means that if I hate it, I'm also going to have to tear more of it down. And we're going to need so much more white stained glass to do this. I'm also very much realizing that. And I think I go like, no, the glass is on there. But the glass shouldn't be on here, I think. Although, then that doesn't make sense. Ah! Why is this difficult? Why is this difficult? It's like breaking my brain. I think technically the granite's supposed to be there, and I don't know what I like. Yeah, I definitely do not like the glass being there. Those blocks should be granite. Up until... Okay. Oh, sad, because I don't have granite right now. And it is a relatively easy block to get if you don't mind going into the caves, but surprise, surprise, that is something I mind. I don't like doing that. Who would have thought? That row does not like to go caving. Okay, but then question, do I like it if there is granite there? You mean mind? I see what you did there. I mean, the problem with Minecraft sometimes can be is that it's really hard to see whether you'll like something until you add a bunch more details, right? So right now, I don't like it. But does that mean I won't like it when I add lanterns to the side? And when I add the planter boxes down there? And when I add leaves and stuff? And when there is like a tall roof on top of this, you know? Do I still hate it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I find it really hard to decide right now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put all of this away. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people build things in creative first. I don't know. I feel like I'm just really demotivated to build something twice. Kind of both, just color palette and shape. Which is why I think I'm struggling to figure out what the part is that I like or not like. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, even if I look at it from the side, like, I hate that connection. I don't know if I like the roof shape. I don't know if I like the color palette with the glass and stuff. I'm just gonna have to think about this for a little bit. Because maybe I'll like it better. Like, let's say it goes up quite like that. Like, kind of like this, you know, barn roof. It goes up like that. And then it just goes straight on. Maybe I like that better than trying to do a slanted roof. I personally, every single time I do a slanted roof in Minecraft, I end up hating it. So maybe that's just not my cup of tea. That's maybe just not my building style. So maybe what I want to do is I want to add like a bigger barn roof on top of this. And then I want to add like a smaller half barn roof on either side. I think I might like that more. I'm not entirely sure just yet. But before I wrap up, because we've been building in this area the entire stream. We've collected so much wool that it doesn't even fit. Okay, I'm gonna have to check the dark gray because I saw that sheep wasn't being sheared earlier either. And all this time I've been collecting, the dark gray has literally not been sheared anytime. So I fear there is a redstone dust or something missing. Because, we are collecting all the other ones. Some faster than others, but unfortunately that kind of always happens with a wool farm. Because some grass blocks reset faster. Also, I love how I just picked up more blocks, which means that I kind of have to go over this again. Oh well. Green. I thought you could lock item frames. Someone said that to me in stream once, that you could lock an item frame from rotating if you put honey on it. I tried it. It doesn't work. So I think that might have been a mod if that person was able to do that. I don't remember who said it, though. You like the color palette? Okay, so maybe the color palette is good, but maybe the shape is not good then. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me if that is the case, because I think it's the slanted roof that is throwing me off. Oh my god, we are getting so much chicken. Oh, this is so satisfying. We are getting way too much of everything, but... The thing is, it's good, because right now we are in this area a lot, right? Like, I'm building all my farms here, but... Over time, as this world expands, we are not going to be on the starter island at all times. So the fact that we are here now and that all of these farms are overproducing resources and that we're all storing it is actually kind of perfect, because there's going to come a time when they're basically not going to do anything for a while. But I'm just going to do some quick maintenance here and there. So that... yeah, roofs can be quite annoying design-wise. That is absolutely true. And I feel like there's just some... That's also maybe... And that's probably just my problem. This is not related to Minecraft specifically, but I noticed that I do this in The Sims as well. I don't want to be, like, become a one-trick pony. Like, all of my Minecraft buildings look the same. Like, I always do the same type of roof over and over and over, even though there are only so many roof types you can actually make in Minecraft. Like, there isn't that much option. Sometimes that's just what you get. And I feel like just a standard triangle roof I really like. I absolutely, as you might have noticed by the buildings that I've done in this area, adore a nice fantasy type roof. So Why do I always pick up eggs if I go up that water vader? Anyways. So like if you see these roofs over here, like this kind of shape and that kind of shape. That one is different than that one, of course. That one is a little bit more like this. And that one is I don't know. I still feel like this is giving medieval kind of tavern. Thank you, Esther, for the reminder. I appreciate it. I'm gonna wrap up soon. This is obviously very fantasy-like. Also with the colors and like the darker trim and stuff. I do like myself a good barn roof as well. I've really been enjoying making those. So I guess that's just my struggle here is I'm trying to do something different so that I don't repeat myself. And instead of liking it, I try to force myself into something that I don't like. So maybe I should just repeat what I've already done because I like it. There's lava back there. That's crazy that you can see that. Also, speaking of, I want to tell you guys a little plan that I had because fun fact, this is very fun. With the free cam, we can zoom out. I noticed that this part here where we have the waterfall kind of is the middle of my island. Sort of. Not entirely, but it's at least quite central. So I'm actually thinking that this area over here behind the barn, I'm going to turn into a bigger lake. I already made like a little water feature, but I kind of want to go all around. And then I'm going to add like a bunch of lush trees and everything. We're going to make that like a beautiful area that kind of connects to the area back here. I might make like a stairway from here so that you can actually walk up and down and take like a shortcut. But I realized that having like sort of a bigger lake in the middle of my island, because that pond is going to go, actually kind of works very nicely. Like layout wise, obviously we're going to make the pathing here pretty, but then the pathing is going to go over here and going to go back here because this is where we're going to build my storage room. And then I feel like having a lake kind of in between all of that just works because I wouldn't know what else to put down here anyways. So yeah, that's my idea now. So I hope you like it. I like looking at my build from above. That's spiders back there, isn't it? Or not? No. Oh! With Mizunos, this is what firefly bushes look like. But yeah. I do think that if we have this greenhouse finished and it's looking like very lush and we have like flowers and everything around it, it is going to look really cool. I do think that I might adjust the pathing though. I might do a little bit of train tool here so that the pathing can actually go like this. And that it doesn't go down over here because I don't like how that pathing goes. That's another thing where I like free cam. Without free cam, I would not been able to flag that part. I wouldn't have seen it. But yeah, I am happy that the bee farms are working though. That we got that part entirely done today. Now we just got to make them pretty. But look at how well these are working. Also, yes, I just needed to double check. I can still, even with this roof design, I can still access the dispensers. So I just realized I'm going to have to refill those, of course. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm pretty proud of myself that I built an entirely functional redstone farm. 2, actually, in one stream. We even troubleshooted. We even figured out how to make the farm better compared to the original design. I mean, it's probably people that do daily redstone are gonna cringe at the spaghetti monster of chests that I've created here, but that's fine. I'm still proud of myself. We did that with like minimal tutorial. I still don't know why the redstone works the way it does, but it does, so it's fine. It's fine. Speaking of redstone working, when this one triggers, the door opens because the redstone signal touches the door. And the trapdoor, which I've been using as a little step up. I could probably change that trapdoor for just a stair. And that wouldn't be... Oh yeah, I needed to check what was going on with this guy up here. Because this one is not getting shaved, even though the grass is growing. I might want to do that right before we end stream. Hold on. Make sure that it's actually working. Go through my little service hatch back here. It's this one. Well, that explains. If there's no shears, it's not gonna shear now, is it? I cannot believe I somehow just didn't put any shears in that entire dispenser. Luckily, we have some backup shears over here that I could just put in there, but that explains a whole lot. That's true. At least it's a very easy fix. There you go. And then I think it should get sheared very soon. Can't believe how I just completely missed that one, but it's okay. Yay! Let's go! Oh my goodness, you didn't leave angry on all of your games? That's very slay. Surely somebody put in shears there. Exactly. Okay. That's actually not... Did you not guys notice? I cleaned up all the chest monsters that I created from building this. Before I started building this. I'm actually really proud of myself for that one as well. Progress, guys. Today was a good day as a Minecrafter. And I'm very happy with what we did. But I do think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Because tomorrow we have another long day. Because tomorrow we have co-working during the day. I'll be live with 7 Pommos. And then in the evening, which I'm very excited about, we are going to be playing Anno. We're going to be playing Anno 117, I think they're calling it. Which is the Pax Romana. What? There's bad guys here. I don't think they've heard of boats yet. Do you think I can hit one? Oh, come on. He's gonna come for me. Sorry. I know I said that as I was wrapping up stream, but then there were pillagers. Oh, come on. It is unfortunate that it doesn't stay burning because it's in water. Well, this is fun. I keep hitting it, though. Are they coming for me? They are really far away. I don't know if I can hit them. Haha, I hit it. Oh, they are finally making their way towards me, I think. Or not. Jeez. I mean, is this necessary? No, but I just don't want the guys to be on the island or even close. Jesus. I hit one again. This is a great end of stream, don't you think? Oh, killed one. Okay, I think the other one needs like one more hit. Okay, maybe 2. Oh, he keeps moving slightly. Did he drop his bow? Very de-stressing, right? Just some relaxing target practice at the end of the day. That was it. Now it's time for me to go find someone to raid. I mean, sometimes you have an opportunity and you just gotta take it, you know? You just gotta take it. Okay, so let me see where we're gonna go for today. Let me see who we can raid. Ooh, I have an idea. It's a big creator though. So, you guys are going to be you guys are going to have to be on your best behavior. It's someone that I think is really cool. But considering we did Redstone today, very different from the Redstone he's going to be doing, but we did Redstone today. I think this is a great place to raid. It's someone that I've actually been watching for years, and it's someone on Hermitcraft, to no one's surprise. And they are doing an absolutely insane build, absolutely insane. For anyone who's following along for Hermitcraft, Decked Out 3 is literally the wildest. I would love to take you guys to Tango. I would love to take you guys to Tango. But again, you know, I'm always a little bit nervous raiding into really big streamers. But I kind of want to just see what Tango's working on. So, I think that's going to be good. He's lighting up the mountain. You guys are going to be absolutely blown away by his build. His build is wild, absolutely wild. But I think you guys are going to enjoy it. But thank you all so much for hanging out today. I hope you all had a lovely stream. I am very happy with the progress we made. We'll be continuing this next week. I don't think I'll have time to play Minecraft in between for myself, so I think next week we're going to continue the build. We'll behave, exactly, yeah. Actually, things like, you know, when we copy paste the raid message, sometimes when we raid into a big streamer, we can actually not do that because it will flag it for spamming, stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. I always feel like I have to give a bit of context when we're raiding outside of our normal range, but I would just love to go say hi to Tango. He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Such a big inspiration when it comes to building and really pushing the limits of Minecraft. We'll get flagged and be proud of it. Yes, please. I actually don't know if he has that protection on, but I know that Scar has that, for example. But thank you, Lena, for putting all the links in chat. If you guys are hanging out here and you'd like to join our Discord, if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, if you want to check out my YouTube channel where I also have some Minecraft content, if you want to check out any of my previous streams, all of the links were just posted in chat. And yeah, if you're gonna come along, we do have a raid message, and I hope that we're allowed to post it. Otherwise, we'll just chill. We'll just say hi. We will be proud planties without raid messages, and we can do that too. But thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Anno in the evening, and then we're gonna do co-working during the day. It was Esther? Wait, really? Oh, wait, but you did the VODs one. So that was the one that was like up in my chat still. So I saw you did the VODs one. So then I assumed you also did the other ones. Great teamwork, mods. Yo, that's impressive. I love that. You just both did like part of the commands. But yeah, I'm going to set up that raid. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys lots. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I definitely did. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all on the next one, aka tomorrow or Thursday on the IRL, or Sunday on the 12-hour stream. Plenty of opportunity to come hang out. Great time zone, everyone. Bye! Also, we're ending on my favorite Minecraft song. This is perfect.